Hey, what's up, guys? OneVeracity here, and as always, I have a great review for you guys today. We have the Air Jordan 11 7210. First, we're going to start off with the box, and then we'll get into the actual shoes. So, looking at the box, you have your classic Air Jordan 11 box. You have the 23 logo featured up here, the flat black on the rest of the box, the Jumpman logo that's featured right here. That's also obviously on the tongue of the shoes, as you guys well know probably by this point. Here you have the glossy representing the patent leather that is the iconic part of the Air Jordan 11. And then you have the flat again up here. Now you feature a metallic Jumpman logo that's going to tie in really well with the actual Jumpman logo on the shoe. Then looking at the pull tab, you have again that metallic sheen that's going to feature prominently on the Jumpman on the shoe. So then sliding the box out, you have the classic shield right here with the XI for the Air Jordan 11, of course. This one is in red, tying in with all the red. That's the prominent secondary color besides black featured on the shoe. Then you have the paper, which is an ode to the carbon fiber, which is another defining characteristic of the Air Jordan 11. And most importantly, you have the shoes. Now let me just put the box together so we can get into the shoes. So as you guys may or may not know, these are the Air Jordan 11 7210, which is commemorating Michael Jordan's 1995-1996 season with the Chicago Bulls, where they went 72 wins to only 10 losses. Truly a historic season, and that's why they kind of chose to go with a more premium commemorative feel on these shoes. And so to really illustrate that point for some of the key things, I'm going to compare them to the first pair of Jordan 11s I ever got, which was the Space Jams. Now, yes, I know these soles are yellowed. They're quite old now, and I've definitely gotten a lot of use out of them. So I know the soles are yellowed, but they're because I've enjoyed them a lot. So for some of the key details, I'll compare them to this shoe. So to start off, first thing I notice, I want to draw attention to is the metallic Jumpman here. Now, this is an actual metal Jumpman that's applied to the shoe versus, say, on the Air Jordan Space Jams where it's stitched into the leather. That's really a big difference. I like the stitched in, but for this one to do something different, I really like how they, it really stands out as something different and unique about this shoe. Then you have the microfiber suede around here, where on most of the other Air Jordans it's a leather. Then the microfiber suede also is on the stripes right here that go into the lace hooks. Now there's actually a tumbled leather here, which is using that premium material, if you will. On the Air Jordan 11, the Space Jams, you have a mesh for both the stripes instead of a suede, as well as the background behind the stripes. So that's really a big difference, is that they're using suede and leather instead of mesh, kind of really trying to give it that commemorative, upgraded, luxurious feel. Now, obviously, the patent leather here is the defining part of any Air Jordan 11. Now, this is actually a tumbled patent leather, something that I'd never actually really seen before, and is very interesting to me. Now, one of the big points of conversation on this is the iridescent nature of the patent leather. Most of the Air Jordan 11s, like the Space Jams, have just a straight flat black patent leather that everyone knows and loves. This has that iridescent sheen to it. People have been calling it sparkling, right? And so I see that. I like it. It's interesting. I get why they did it, but I think that the shoe might have been a little cleaner if they had just stayed with the regular patent leather on it, or at least made it tumbled but without that iridescent sheen to it. But overall, I still like the shoes and will definitely be wearing them. Then going up, you have your classic rope laces, the Jordan logo right there, and finishing off the top of the tongue with more of that tumbled leather. Now, an important detail here is the tongue. Now, it says 72 on this side and 10 on this side. It's black on black, so it's kind of hard to see, but it is there. And then the tongue reads, inspired by the most historic season led by the greatest player ever, obviously, Michael Jordan. Then looking at the back here, you have an all blacked out 23 stitched in. Now, one of the other big differences and things that define the Air Jordan 11 is the clear sole. Well, you obviously have a white midsole here, but the translucent sole. Now, in recent years, they've been dyeing them. We'll use the Concords as an example. They've been kind of tinting them with a light blue color. That's to prevent some of the yellowing that you saw on my Space Jams. So here, I feel like they didn't go back to that straight clear sole. I feel like they tinted them white because they really seem like a white. So if that makes any sense to you guys. So then you have the black tread pads here. Then you have the red and black carbon fiber. Now this is something really different. I like how they kind of checkerboarded it. That's obviously what carbon fiber looks like, but it really stands out, and I actually really like this detail. Then you have the black Jumpman here. And that kind of finishes off the shoe. So as you guys know, I love collecting the Air Jordan 11. It's something that I get every Christmas season. So I'm just going to pull them all out, all the ones that I have, kind of do a mini collection right now and do them in order of when they came out. So we'll end with these guys over here. We'll start with the Space Jams down here. So we got your Space Jams. Then next came out Silver Anniversary 11s. These were not a Christmas release. They're released in the summer. Really cool all-white shoe, though, so I'll definitely include those. Then next you have the Cool Grays. Then you have Concords. The Breads. Ooh, so wore these recently. Forgive the laces on those, please. We'll just try to tighten those up right there. All right, no, good enough. You guys get the idea. Then you have the Gammas. Oh, getting a full collection here. And finally, the all whites from last Christmas. So this is, let me slide this down, a full look at my Air Jordan 11 collection. One last thing to note, as I was pulling all these out, forgot to show you guys, the shoe tree on these is all black. Really like that. You know, the shoe trees are a really cool complement to them. They could have done a metallic red, which would have been cool, but that might have made them a little bit too much like these from the Breads. So I get why they went with the all black on those. But again, always just a nice little add-on to all the Air Jordan 11s. So here you can see the full collection in order. If I was to pick kind of a favorite, I'd always love the Breads. They're one that I had really always wanted and dreamed of having. So if I was to pick a favorite, I gotta give it to the Breads. Space Jams obviously hold a special place in my heart because they were the first Air Jordan 11 I ever got, and only the second Air Jordan in my collection. So overall, I really love them all, though. They go with a diverse amount of looks. My only issue is that I tend not to wear them that much because when they come out around Christmas time, right? So I always get them then. I'm excited about them, but I can't really wear them because then it starts snowing, living in the Northeast and all. I don't want to ruin the clear soles. And then by the time it's spring, I've gotten other shoes or they're kind of on the shelf, not in the forefront of my mind. And then come summertime, and I don't really wear high tops with shorts all that much. So I try to make a concerted effort to wear them when I can, when it's good weather out. But I really love them. It's a great collection. It's really cool since kind of the new era of them all coming out every Christmas season with the Space Jams. To have, I know I'm missing the Legend Blues. Those came out in a pack. And I wasn't necessarily feeling the other shoe in the pack as much. I'm sure I'll get those at some point, but I consider this a pretty full collection of the recent year Air Jordan 11s. Definitely going to continue collecting them each Christmas as long as they keep on making them and try to keep the collection as complete as possible. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will certainly be back soon with another one. Thanks, guys.